Mr. Incredible, Mr. Incredible. What's poppin' YouTube? 1 out of billions in jail. Welcome to Incognito. Today I'm gonna tell you how I got arrested for doing my job. Before we start, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. Moving on.
I'm 1 out of billion, an undercover journalist. Different identities, one thing in common: the art to lie. I've told over 100 stories, and now it's time to tell mine.
This story was made a few months before the Kemerowo tragedy happened and ended with 60 deaths. The main reason for the tragedy was that the evacuation system in the shopping mall was trash, and innocent people and children had to pay for that with their lives. So me and my colleague were doing a story on how reliable are evacuation exits in the biggest shopping malls. Some laws regulate how evacuation exit must look like, and then there is guidance from bigger organizations. Those are only recommendations. So we learned this stuff and just went to different supermarkets and shopping malls with hidden cams. The basic philosophy for evacuation exits is the simpler it is, the better. Evacuation exit doors must be visible. They have to be opened in 3 seconds. They have to be pushed, not pulled, so crowds can easily get out of the building fast. Panic handles are advised, so no one could catch their shirt or pants on the handle. Obviously, the evacuation route must be clear of any objects, so nobody falls. Of course, we found different funny examples: evacuation door with a padlock, many doors that had to be pulled, not pushed. We found an emergency exit that was hidden behind a curtain, and loads of evacuation paths filled with different boxes, cleaning supplies, or other objects that could get in the way in case of emergency. But let's get to the arrest. So in a few shops there were these electric keys, which means only employees can get behind those doors. It's legal to have the system for evacuation exit. In case of emergency, they are open to anyone, but it's definitely not the best example of how to take care of public safety. In these cases, we had to get behind the door, so we waited for employees to come out and snuck in. We had to see the final evacuation door and see if it's legit. We had to do it in 3 out of 5 shopping malls we checked. In one case, we had to go by the security center. Security thought we were just employees, so we slipped away. Mr. Incredible, Mr. Incredible, Mr. Incredible, Mr. Incredible. We decided to revisit one shopping mall we already visited because we were not able to get into one door, and that was our goal. We managed to get in there, and as we came to an end, there was an evacuation door that had a big sign: "Can be opened only by security." The security center was right next to the doors. So I went in and asked the security guard, can he open the door? He didn't want to hear about evacuation, but he wanted to know why are we here and why are we filming. I told him we're students who are making a school paper about evacuation exits. When I asked his name, he introduced himself as Mr. Incredible. I still don't know his name. He told that we have to delete everything we have filmed. We disagreed, so he called the police. While waiting for the police, I told him about the importance of a good evacuation plan and that it can really save lives. You think he listened? Wrong. He told me that I should be happy that he hasn't met me without his uniform. Again? Seriously? Is this some kind of tactical bullying for security services that they teach to every security guard? Or that's a sign of a degenerate who's unhappy with his life? I don't know. Let me know that in comments. Police! Police! So police arrive and try to convince that we should delete everything. I disagree. They say that they will have to take out our phones and camera. That was a bluff. We gave them nothing. They drew us to the police station and we had to wait in the hall. We saw some homeless people, drug addicts, and low-class thieves behind the bars. And that's where we were. I and my colleague, who's a girl. Great place to spend your evening. Our lawyer called, yelled at them and told them not to beat us. Soon after we had to write an explanation and we got released. I wrote that I'm just a student who's worried about supermall evacuation exits, and instead of arresting me they should go and check the evacuation exits of the same shopping mall. At that evening we wanted to check that one exit route. I thought that it will take an hour or so. In the end, it took all of the evening. But at least we got some action. Conclusions. Lesson number 1. Don't joke with public safety. If you see some shady solutions for emergency exits, complain about it. Lesson number 2. Don't fall for a bluff. From time to time, people from protective bodies will try to bluff, so you choose the easiest way for them. For example, they wanted us to delete videos, or they would have to take our phones and cameras. Lesson number 3. Don't go into the employee-only area and film there if you don't want to get arrested. What do you think of this episode? Leave comments below. I want to hear your opinion. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to 1 out of billion. If you're generous enough to support this channel, PayPal cryptocurrency donations are accepted. Links are in the description. I also have a Patreon page and I would like you to become a patron. Any kind of support is appreciated. I'm 1 out of billion. Peace out.
Incognito.